Ghost or Flash? I used to be someone who picked Ghost all the time. Especially when Lethal Tempo existed, Ghost used to be a super good option. It allowed you to run people down. After the Ghost nerfs, I felt like I was losing more games, and I was just generally in a bad mindset where I felt like I had to take Ghost and that Flash was never an option. The nerfs that Ghost received were quite bad, and I was really honestly shocked by it. I was stuck in this kind of a mindset where, you know, I don't know, I just didn't ever want to take Flash. I never even considered it an option. I was just stuck, and I thought to myself that, okay, well, I guess my champion is a lot weaker now since I can't take Ghost anymore. Or I could, but it's a lot worse now, so why would I even take it? So then I just began to, do the thing that everyone does sometimes. Went on a stacked website like Lolalytics, the kind, and I looked at win rates. And then I looked at, how is Trundle's win rate with Ghost and TP compared to Ghost and Flash. And I actually found out that, yeah, it's true. Flash and TP has a lot higher win rate than Ghost and TP does. And, it makes sense. Ghost just feels really bad. It's just 10 seconds. Remember that time when Ghost used to be 15 seconds? Or when Ghost used to add more duration to it when you scored the takedown? Yeah, those were the good days. But now I feel like it's really dead on a lot of champions, and I feel like it's really just like trolling to even consider it an option anymore. And I have an example situation, or a couple ones. They're not perfect, but they're examples. So I'm against the Nilawi here. We kind of just fight out a little bit. The Lawi gets a little bit angry. I'm just, kind of hanging around here. And then I'm deciding, like, yeah, I'm gonna all in her. She used her ultimate. And now look. She died. She died. Why? She died because she had TP and Ghost. Now, let's look at the clip again. And pay attention to my cooldowns. And, well, it's a shame that this clip doesn't have audio, because I was playing some music in the background. Or, actually, I was watching a YouTube video, so I got rid of the audio. But anyways, if the audio was there, you could hear Ilawi activating her Ghost. And if you pay attention to the video, you can actually see her activating it too. And yeah, it didn't save her. So here it is again. I use my W. I use my E. My E has has over 20 seconds of cooldown at level 1, by the way. So yeah. And here I go. I use my W again. Look, all my abilities are on cooldown. And yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but last second she activated Ghost and tried to get away. She didn't. And now, yes, you could argue that maybe she would have died anyways because of my ult. Maybe she would have just burned to death. But if that was a situation where I didn't have ult, I'm pretty sure that Flash would have saved her instead of Ghost. So, yeah. And here is yet another example from the same game where I just recalled and I'm going back to Drake because it just spawned. Just making my way there. And there's gonna be a big team fight happening. You can tell because there's a lot of people at Drake. And yeah, the game's pretty even. TP's going up, Galio's ulting, and now look at what I do here. So I just frontline, I just do my thing, boom. I flash on top of the Rengar. Boom. Now, that probably wasn't necessary. And, you know, we most likely would have won that team fight anyways. Even if I didn't flash on Rengar. However, the point what I'm trying to say is that Flash has so many more usages than Ghost. Imagine if that was kind of a different kind of a game, you know? Like, my team was pretty ahead in that fight, and yeah, it was pretty... it wasn't the most even fight, okay? Let's just put it that way. A Flash, what it does is that it allows you to quickly position yourself on top of someone. So, you know, whether it is, you know, getting a last hit in, or, you know, for example, me flashing on the Rengar because the Rengar was trying to kill the Karthus, you know, I can save people that way. Whereas instead, if I had Ghost, yeah, I would have been a little bit quicker, but, you know, it's better to instantly move to a place than to just, like, be fast for 10 seconds, if you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I feel like Flash is the way to go now, and I feel like Ghost is really, really weak right now. I'm not even sure who I would recommend to use Ghost. Maybe Blue Cane, but, you know, then again, I haven't really played him, but I could see him maybe use Ghost. But, you know, one thing is for sure, that I'm not going to be using Ghost. I feel like it's weak ass spell, and really, like, you can flash over walls when you have flash, you know, you can flash to the enemy to kill them quicker, you can flash to ally to protect them quicker, you know, you can flank over a wall with flash, you know, it's just such a valuable spell. And, you know, when you really compare the benefits of flash to Ghost like that, then it's really no contest, especially after the nerfs, you know. When, you know, you have flash, you can just instantly blink somewhere, or then you just, like, really fast for 10 seconds. Yeah, it's not really a contest. So, yeah. And then the last example here, I'm fighting a Camille in the top lane. You know, just hanging out a little bit, you know, the Camille gets a little bit angry against, like, the Illaoi. And then look, I flash on top of her, behind her. And then I kill her, like that. Now, I'm not sure if I could have done that same play with Ghost, given how much movement speed Camille gets if she lands her Q. But, yeah. That's another example of, like, flashing on top of an enemy. And, you know, especially as someone like Trundle, it's just the way to go now, I guess. Even though it feels a little bit bad, it feels like I have an emotional connection to using Ghost or something. But yeah, like, I guess those days of getting resets, you know, and having Ghost for the entire team fight are over now. Yeah, now it's just gonna flash. You just gonna flash and bonk him. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Flash versus Ghost. Gotta think about it.